What's up, Chucky? What's going on, Phaedra Jones? How you doing? Peace, love, and law, everybody. Welcome to In God We Trust Academy podcast. Peace, love, and light. What's going on? How y'all doing? Drop some ones if you with us tonight. Or this evening. It's all night. Starting getting dark a little bit. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, people. They gonna miss out today. They gonna miss out today. On Karen Divine Evans from Mississippi. Good evening. Yeah, man, been giving y'all a little time to get up in here. Just want to put y'all on some game today, man. I got time to talk. Y'all got time to talk. Few more minutes, guys. We're gonna get started, man. I'm just trying to get y'all a little time to get in here. They be late reaching out to y'all too, so.
I've been through the storm, I've been through the pain, and it's hard to stay calm, yeah.
Hey,
The
hey.
sun gon' shine on me. It's gonna shine. I bet the sun gon' shine on me. It's gonna shine. I've been through the rain.
Peace and love. What's good?
I've been through the pain, and it's hard to stay calm, yeah. I bet the sun gon' shine on me. I bet the sun gon' shine on me. All of the pain inside, it's hard to let the shit ride. Homicide, why they take my nigga life? Seems I got some shit with my family, I'm trying to get it right. 2 daughters, 2 mother, 2 family, that's right. This the shit I live for, I keep that shit they kill for. Try to kill my spirit, yeah, my music what I heal from. Keep that weed coming, cause I ain't trying to feel nothing. That shit broke my heart when I caught my cousin stealing some. Tell me why me when I'm really trying to build some. There's some young niggas stripper boy. Probably 25 to life, I pull it from my hip. Yeah, yeah, I've been through the rain, I've been through the storm, I've been through the pain, and it's hard to stay calm. Yeah, yeah. I bet the sun gon' shine on me.
Yeah.
I bet the sun gon' shine on me.
What is this song called?
I've been through the rain, I've been through the storm, I've been through the pain, and it's hard to stay calm. Yeah, yeah. I bet the sun gon' shine on me. I bet the sun gon' shine on me. April 11, I lost my pops. 10 months later,
You can find it on
my daughter
YouTube.
dry. And you can't tell me
Sun
life
gon'
can
shine.
transform. And you can't tell me that I ain't the one.
Hey,
I done took blow from friends and family. I done made money with friends and family. When you get broke, just watch it and handle it. It's time to ride. And niggas ain't down for you find that fire. And then you start racking, you find that plug. And then you start stacking. And niggas is robbing. You better stay packing. Ain't doing no talking, just know it's by action. Saying you love me, give me expression. We don't take pleas, ain't doing no confession. Nationality, I swear it's a blessing. Knowing I'm a king and I got the recipe. Give me the keys. You know I'm gonna run it too far in the game. Ain't doing no front. Let's get to this money. You coming, little mama. LRP and we way up in God. Yeah, rain. I've been through the storm, I've been through the pain, and it's hard to stay calm. Yeah, yeah. I bet the sun gon' shine on me.
it's gonna shine.
The sun gon' shine on me.
It's gotta shine, y'all.
Rain, I've been through the storm, I've been through the pain, and
Yes,
it's
sir.
hard to stay calm. Yeah, yeah. I bet the sun gon' shine on me. I bet the sun gon' shine on me.
It ain't got no choice but to shine, man. Keep going. Time plus consistency equals growth, family. Do not stop. Do not stop. That's not an option. You gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep it moving, guys. You know, it's okay to feel, but hey, don't sit there too long. Gotta keep moving, guys. Got to keep it moving. And it's a balance to everything, man. So make sure you got that balance. Make sure you got your health going on, all of that. So, constantly learning. Don't stop learning. Don't stop challenging yourself to be better in every aspect that you possibly can be, family. You should definitely look to perfect you, nothing and nobody else. There's nobody that can even cast a judgment on you because they don't know what that better you looks like. Only you do. Only you know how far and what that's supposed to look like for you. The ultimate version of yourself that you are seeking and looking for. In order for you to get there, then that just means that you got to wake up every day and perfect the most valuable resource that you have, and that is yourself. Yes, it is. Don't forget that. Yeah, the ultimate tool that you do have is you. It is you, right? And that beautiful mind that you have. So believe in you, believe in yourself. Know that you have the power to make it, guys. And just, the main thing is accept the trials and tribulations that come, because it's what shapes and molds you into the person that you need to be in order for you to accept the things and have the things that you're looking for, because you got to be prepared for those things. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll get torn apart in a lot of this stuff, man. So you got to have a real strong mind. You got to have real thick skin into a lot of this, especially if you're going to be putting your face out here like I am. You got to have it, because you get tested. They will. They try. But you got to be able to know that, everything is in your control. What you allow yourself to be and have come into reality for you is all up to you through thought, perspective, yo. But let's talk about it though, man. Again, welcome to In God We Trust Academy podcast, guys. I always appreciate you and your time. Spending time with me. You could be doing anything else, scrolling as always, because there's plenty to see on these phones, right? But with that being said, I'll praise to the Most High for this moment to be able to share with you guys as well. So I give thanks for that. But man, just want to put a few things in y'all ear and just encourage you guys to read, man, to read and study law. Let's raise our intelligence. Let's raise our frequency Uh, and the reason why I'm saying this is because we 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 want to do so much. You know what I'm saying? As people, communities, families, hell, even race, even nationality, state, country, whatever. You want to do so much. There's an agenda on every level. There's a plan with every level, from the family to the whatever, schools, all of it. And it's to the point to where we have to be more intelligent than what we have been being. And it's so easy to know. And it's like you want these specific things, but it's gonna take for you to raise yourself, your intelligence, your reach the highness of you. It has to happen if we're going to thrive as a community as we seek, and remove ourselves from this wicked world that is being taken and part of. You know what I'm saying, on a daily basis. It's constant wickedness. And it's our duty to challenge that. It's our duty to change that. And I mean, really create the world that we see fit to have. But that's first gonna take us raising our consciousness level and you know, spiritual level as well. And we have to reach a certain place to where we can bring the things of heaven to earth. And the way that we do that is just, number one, let's become more aware of situations that we are in. Seriously, what is your situation here as what they call, I'm just going to say this, as a living being in the United States of America? Right? What is your situation? And if you're in any other country right now listening to me as well, what is your situation? Do you know, are you aware of the laws that you are basically dealing with or within, or into protection of your rights? You know, do we truly understand this as a family, as individual people, etc.? Like, there has to be, because there's a such thing as called government overreach. And it's a serious, serious situation that I don't think the people, well, I know the people is not aware of. There is numerous and numerous of crimes that is being committed against you daily, but you are in consenting of these procedures and how things takes place. And you have to change that. So many of you are worried about voting. And this is all coming in back into you understanding awareness. Voting is not going to solve anything if you're not aware of the law yourself. If you're not going to fully hold everybody that's involved accountable as public servants and respectable to what they took an oath to. Because that right there is the number one main effect against you and your family, your children. Okay? Because they create these things, agendas, rules, certain laws in certain type of ways, and all these, I'm not even going to say laws, we're going to say statutes, statutory, and ordinances, and things of that nature that they create behind public safety. Okay? Public safety is one of the main things that they do. So behind public safety, they create these rules to give the government a compelling interest to be able to do something that they would never be able to do according to the Constitution. It would be definitely considered a crime. But they use public safety. And public safety, again, it's an overreach in so many ways. But even when it comes down to the limited resources of what they're putting into schools, what they're putting into communities, etc. And you have to go back and think and ask yourself, as a group of people, and let's just say you, the people, we, the people, whoever that may be, inclined into to you. Either way it go, just look as if you, the we, the people, is starting a new government right now. And let's say you had all of this land. Now you're going to take this land as the people, and you're going to give the government some land. And that means the places that it holds the public functions of the people, such as courthouses and things of that nature, right? So, yeah. Now, the other land is, you know, based upon what the people wants to do, set up township, set up their homes, drive, they'll give roadways to the state or so to say, this nation, this country or whatever. So they'll do that. And it's just other things. So my point in me saying this is, why would you do all of that, right, as a people, and you continue to give yourself the worst administration ever? Not even just that, just the fact that you're ignorant of the law. So you give this government this sort of power, but you create a constitution where they can't have an overreach, but all of a sudden you just forget about that exists. And now you are taking into what is statutory law, which has nothing to do with you, which invades upon all of your private rights, et cetera, in so many different ways. And why would we put ourselves in that position to lose our homes, to pay for through taxation? Why? Ask yourself, why would you continue to when it comes to the education system, we got all this money. We got all this money to put everywhere else around the world. You got all the money to put all these other different places. And it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? So that automatically tells you that they're not in the best interest of you. Because if you really wanted to create the best people, the best citizen, et cetera, that's not what they wanted to create, though. At all. No. There's nothing of what they wanted to create. And you have to know that. So that's why it has to fall back on the people. You, yourself, families, community, etc. You have to get back into formation. And you are the one that is out of line. Because they made the promise to you. They took the oath to protect. Right? It was made for the people. Okay? You got to understand that part. So if that is the case, then the people themselves, it's your duty to know the law and to hold everybody that you gave the opportunity to hold an office as a public servant to serve its people. You have the right to hold them accountable for no government overreach that you, the people, gave the right to. It's important that you know that. I'm going to keep saying this to y'all. Okay? You got to know that. But that also means man has to know himself, so man has to know history as well. You have to know where you pretty much come from. And not even just a sense of fully self-awareness about yourself. That's cool too, but at the same time, where does the place that you are dealing with, where does it come from? What is the history of this country? Look at it, read it, study it, understand it. And then you will truly understand that, oh, there is two forms of governments and two forms of jurisdictions that is operating here. One jurisdiction is under common law, which goes back to man has the right to consent, man has the right to contract. So the right to contract was through Constitution. So now Constitution and all of that stuff, you start dealing with that, right? Your rights, your private rights. You start dealing with that. Then you got over here on the other side, where it's this commercial law, right? They say admiralty and maritime, but it's basically a set of rules that is to where in these rules, in commercial, the only thing that governs is contracts. So understand that. Contracts is the ultimate right in the waters like that. And those two are bound to those contracts, though both parties are. And that party becomes the actual law of it. And, of course, anything that's not rebutted in commerce is considered to be true. That's a whole different realm. And in that particular realm, there's no such thing as a sovereign. Okay? Everybody's considered a merchant. And that means that basically, well, your kingdom is no bigger than somebody else with a little house. If you got a mansion and a person with a little house, y'all, it's no difference. It's still their castle. So my point in saying that is that they got the right to fully operate. You have no jurisdiction over them in the form of having any form of authority other than what they considered and contracted to hold them accountable to their obligations. That's that realm. They both exist. You don't know that at all. And they run parallel to one another. And unless you preserve the record and correct the record, then I'm sure and I'm guaranteeing that your people will live in poverty. I guarantee it. You will absolutely live in a state of poverty. And that means like poverty, impoverished mindset, etc. You see what I'm saying? You have to know that. And it's because they play upon ignorance. Ignorance of the law is inexcusable. So you got a situation to where you just need to know specifically your rights. You have to know your rights. And that's great. Know your rights. But there's this other side, like I said, that they play. And they said, hey, you were born into whatever territory of whatever particular state on the soil. And now you have a right of soil. That's you as the living being. But they said, hey, this living being has a future labor that we can count on. This living being has a future commercial energy that is going to step into, that is going to boost the economy. That's what this living being is going to step into. So we're going to take that energy and we're going to account for it. And we're going to estimate for it based upon the future. Okay, so let's say, hey, let's look at the economy today, and based upon the economy today and how they spend money and all of that type of stuff, right? This person, due to his, we'll say his pedigree or whatever and all of that, where he location and all of that, they can just about determine statistically that you're going to make a certain amount of money a year. We can bet on that, especially if you live to see a certain age. That's a good bet. So they're gonna create this energy automatically based upon that, and they need it because this is what's going to create in this money supply for future funding. So now that state is going to be able to get more money because now you're treated as a stock. So it's just like if you became, and it's really the same way if you look at it as Monopoly. If somebody enters the game, when they put their piece on the board, we have to make sure that they have the same amount of money that we started off with. So we had to start with something. So yeah, we got to give this person some money because they need something to start with. So that is the future labor, what they betting on. That's the reason why they're going to always say, you can always have credit. See, y'all saying, oh man, listen, yeah, we creditors, yes, you always got credit. It might not be a lot of credit, but you got credit. And that's going to be turned on the risk that it is with you. But there's always going to be credit, even if it's secured credit. There's credit. Always. Yeah, that's always going to exist for you. But there's so many different things that you can just do. And if you pay attention, if the government is going to bet on the life of you, then why are we all not betting on the life of ourselves? Literally, everybody should be operating fully on life insurance, bro. Every family. And we all working to just make sure we take care of each other's life insurance. And everybody got millions of dollar policies. Quick. Why not? I mean, they're going to bet on the energy of our bodies. So am I. Let me bet on it too. Sure. Absolutely. And then, if properly set up right, I guess what I get to do? I get to borrow on that same money. And it's compound interest. I can pay myself back. And I can pay into it more. It's a lot you can do. And now that literally makes me my own bank. Dang. Is it easier to bet on me? I mean, come on, guys. Like, think about it. Is it easier for me to bet on me? If they gonna do the same thing and they do all of this through insurance, if y'all didn't know, all of this is through insurance, through bonds. Bonding, any type of bonds is a form of insurance. Facts. So if you look at it from that point, and I tell people all the time, man, do the same exact thing the state doing. Do it with your family. Yeah. The church ought to be moving exactly the same way the state do. Do it. You're supposed to. It's crazy not to. It's insane. Then you look all the way over there and you look at the Vatican like, oh, whoa, they got this much land, this many people in there, and they run yeah. Oh, man. What are we doing, people? And that's why I say, like, how smart are we? People are, I got this degree and I got that degree. And yeah. Y'all degrees don't mean shit. And you know why it don't? Because we as a people are still very low intelligent and we just allowing money to crush us as a people. That money should not even be the problem. We should be so overflooded with money because we just understand that if this $1, $1, if all we got to do is circulate this money, and the more money that we circulate, all money in, nobody out. And we just continue to circulate this money. We be industrious and we just rock with each other. I mean, it's kind of just like we just going to keep everybody out the way. You got your core group, you got your people, and you just spend money with each other. That's it. I mean, like, and we win. It's really simple. We establish our own banks. And then with our banks, what we're gonna do is we can just put all our, like, don't get me to start talking, because we can use the life insurance policies to fund our banks too. Yeah. Simple. Ooh. Man. Then what y'all want to go do? Man, we can go to Africa and everything like that. We can make a few connections with our brothers and sisters over there. Establish, get some gold bars and all type of rubies, elements, whatever it is that they want. You know what I'm saying? We bring those things back. Trust set up for intrinsic value only through banks. Am I talking too much? Am I putting you on some game right now? For real. We working too hard for nothing, man. That's all I'm saying. When it could be easier. We can still work hard, but it be easier work. Or it's what you love to do. Let me just say it like that. We can literally do exactly what we want to do and love to do if we just only look to us. And what I mean by us is don't go outside your community for what you're trying to do. And it also means be industrious in your community. That's it. That's it, family. That's it. But we're sitting here letting something destroy us. People are doing any and all things for a freaking dollar, bro. And all you got to do is understand group economics. You have group economics. You create. You establish. And I'm talking about don't even think small. Think globally. You got the whole world at your hand now, especially on this. Me, so man, we can talk to somebody right now. Clean well, I name a place over there in Europe, anywhere, London City. We can talk to somebody from London City right now. We can talk to somebody from Malaysia right now. We can talk to somebody from Thailand. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. You know, like somebody said they in cybersecurity. Hey man, DM me. I need to holler at you. Hit me up. But seriously, I'm saying like that's it. It just takes that and just really rock with each other. Create a network. We only great as our network. You only and I'm thinking, if you think about that, you only so why would we not establish a network that's so powerful? That's why I say money shouldn't even be the problem. That should be the least of our freaking worries. We should be worrying about something else. Because if all we got to do is just be good at what you do, people going to love it. People going to come spend with you. But it's too many of our communities, as soon as they make their checks, bro, they go spend, the money is not coming back to you. Let's just say that. If you can't spend $1 and that same dollar make it back to you in your community, it's a problem. And I'm talking about just $1. So imagine doing millions like that. That's why I say, like, the decolonization is more than just what y'all think about claiming your heritage or something. Nah, man, it's a mental shift with yourself. Decolonizing your mind because you were colonized in a way to think that you ain't got nothing, to think that you are not nothing, to think that you are not supposed to be able to get along. You talk to the average black person, they're going to say, man, we ain't gonna get along like that, man. They ain't gonna do nothing. What? And that's what I mean by decolonizing. Some of y'all scared to even go around your own people right now. As if they're going to do something to you. Now, yeah, somebody will do something to you everywhere. Don't get me wrong. But still, you got to be worried about being around your people. I mean, hey, get out the way. A lot of y'all be entertaining into acts. That's how you get in situations. But you don't carry that energy. You don't got to worry about that stuff. But my whole point of me saying this is, that's what I mean by decolonizing the mind, a full mental shift. It has to happen. And if it does not, then you're not going to be able to fully operate in group economics at all. Because the Mexican man understands group economics. He understands that this is the survival of his family is his family. The best tool that he has to create and create revenue and the survival of his family and his people is the people themselves. They know that. And that's the reason why where I live in now, where they building houses, the house I live in, and they building like a few more houses down. The point is the Mexicans are building it. Building all of it. Not only are they building it, they're the one that pours the concrete. They're the one that paves the driveway. Paved the road, the private road. They paving it. Not only that, they also the same ones that pull up and bring the food to the workers. So all these different businesses, and then when they get done building up the house, they're gonna call their people that do the cleaning services. I love Mexicans. Every last one of them. They understand that. That's what it's called, group economics. They covered everything about what it's going to take to do the job, and they didn't leave a space open to have to hire not one single other person, and they could subcontract everything to one another everywhere they go. That's beautiful, man. and then guess what? If one of them got to make it to work, bro, they call it the Mexican taxi cab. If they ain't going to the Mexican grocery store, and then when they get down there, they going to they got the Mexican laundromat too. They going. Right now, going nowhere else. All right. I'm just saying. That's smart. That's intelligent. That's what you're supposed to do. I had some trees cut. They left me with 10 business cards. See what I'm saying? They do it all. And they making sure that they're using each other to make sure they put out their businesses out there. Man, you can't beat that. And that's why I say when people be like, oh, they taking this and they take, bro, you just ain't organized, bro. If you organize, you the one calling them come do the job anyway. So, I mean, what are you talking about? Get organized. Get organized. And this is the reason why I say this to y'all because, bro, damn, if they know that 40s up to 50s, we're going to say, they say it's about 40-something million. I think it's more than that, but we might be up to about 50, 60 million people now. black people, so to say, so-called black people. But 50, we'll just say 50, 55 million. 55 million. And if it's 55 million, and if these people if they even use 30% of that 55 million and create a network, it's gonna be crazy. It'd be crazy. If they use 50% of it, if 50% of those people were producers, we would, man, I don't think I understand. We spend trillions. That means that we would all be millionaires, guaranteed. Like everybody will at least have a million for sure. At least. I'm talking about put up, sitting up somewhere, just put back. It would at the very least. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, because I understand if we control the money like that. If we had that much in productions and we were able to move like that, bro, we're automatically millionaires. For real. If we even thought about moving like I just explained how the Mexican man moved, bro, I'm telling you right now, we instantly 5 years we got over a few 100,000 billionaires just in 5 years. PTSD got us back. It do. Because you can say that to some people. If you ask people when you say this, then, oh, man, you know the white man ain't going to let us do nothing. Victimized mentality. There you go. Saying somebody ain't going to let you do something. I don't feel like nobody got that type of power over me. All we got to do is instill it into us. No matter what happens, we going to do this. It ain't no turning away from this. We're going to do this regardless. And that's what it is. And anybody that don't want us to have it or trying to stop us from having it, it's easy to see who the enemy is. I mean, you just got to have that type of mindset. But I'm just telling you, like, we are letting something control us that we just don't have to. We don't got to let this shit control us like this, y'all. You really don't. If you really about what we say we supposed to be about. And it's like, I'm going to say this word. I don't even like to say this word, but I'm saying it because I'm speaking to the majority of, my people like this. Like, we put black pride in all the wrong places. Let me put it like that. You put black pride in all the wrong places. Seriously. You pride yourself in, you really pride yourself through sports. You really like, and this is the thing. If you're so dominant, think about it. You're dominant. You say you really pretty much dominant in all aspects of, especially physical ability, all that stuff, right? Cool. Genes say so in a lot of different ways. It's just a proven fact. Now, people come through with great genes. I'm not saying other people are not athletic and this and that, but the superior athlete is definitely going to be a dark individual being. It's just a known fact. But even before then, it's in all aspect. So my point is you put your pride in all this other stuff, but you're the weakest economical group on the face of this earth. You're the only group that's not established and running yourself as if you are your own nation or country. Literally. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like you satisfied, and it's like, why? Why be satisfied with that? Oh man, I can go up here and make $60 an hour. I've been making pretty good money for quite a while now, and it's just to the point now. It's like it don't even matter to me. Like what? It don't matter. Even if I was to make 5 million this year, if I made five, even if I was to make 5 million this year, if I was to make five, that doesn't matter, guys, because there's really no full group economical things going on. Like I need everybody to be making money. I need cities built by us. Yeah, that's what I need. I need everybody making money. I need schools that's built by us that's ready and preparing these young men and women to go straight through our schools into our industrious setup, infrastructure in every aspect. That's what you gotta have. You gotta look at yourself like that to want to have that. But that starts with one that starts with, going back to self and being fully aware of your situation and being truly honest with yourself, you know. And they get you comfortable. They understood to make you comfortable. They had to make you stop being rebellious. And that was the whole part of, well, when the war happened and stuff like that, and when they talk about Harriet Tubman taking you over to the North and all of that, well, the North was just like, hey, stop slaving the Negro. Stop slaving him. Anyway, stop slaving him like that. We're going to take the Negro and we're going to take his family and we just going to give him a job. Let him get a home, nice little land, little something like that. Like, and let's just come, let them work in our forces, our industries and stuff. Like, and pay them a little something, just a little something. You ain't got to give them nothing what we getting. We'll keep them at bay. The Negro can only do so much. But we're going to this is what we need to do. And they did it. They got you comfortable, super comfortable. And then they was like, at first thing they was like, yeah, we ain't messing with them Negroes. Like, we ain't messing with them niggas. None of them. They would stay away from us. Go be with your own. All that type of stuff. Then they realized, they started looking. They was like, hold up. This nigga drive a better car than me. They over here booming. They making a lot of freaking money over here in these Negro cities. Negro towns. They making more money than the rich, so-called rich white towns. A whole lot more money. What is going on? Yeah, we gotta stop this. Integration. 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 We need to integrate now, right now. We need to get in there and mix in there. They need to call him. We let them get by themselves. They looking like they finna have some power. No, integrate. Yeah, we gotta let the integrate because we gotta go over there and tell Tommy he can come over here with us. Don't bring JJ though, but Tommy, you can come. And then they'll let Tommy sit at the table. You know what I'm saying? They'll pick up Tommy to come play baseball, football, whatever else that they can use Tommy for. They're gonna leave JJ over there. JJ can't come because he's not. See, Tommy, JJ's just not one of you. He's not you. I like JJ a little bit, but it's just something different about you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you, and they knew that and they seen that. It's other reasons that I can get deeper into when it comes to genetics and all that, but I ain't gonna get into all that. But the point is they knew that, but they knew to keep you at bay. So now, then they pushed you to the edge, right? They pushed you to the edge after the integration. They start beating on you, hitting on you, doing all this other type of stuff. Like they just did too much. So now, what happens? The Negro had to fight back. That's too much. They fighting back now. Do you see Malcolm X them over there? You see what they got? Do you see them guns? You see how they moving? They over there killing police officers too, having shoot. Man, no, we can't do this with them. Mm-mm. They just killed my son. Just killed my. No, we don't want to do that either. We don't want to do that. We don't need to do. We can't let them. We can't let them do that. So we have to break that up too. And that's too much. Too much power now. They starting to retaliate. So we can't push them too far either. So now they know to keep you comfortable. They don't want you to get too riled up. See what I'm saying? They want to keep you fully entertained. They want to keep you on a certain type of high. They want you to do all these other things. This is where they got to keep you at bay at, because this keeps you away from everything that I just talked about before. I just said what I said, which goes back to they don't want you to establish yourself as a full, powerful group economical network. They don't want you to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because if you do, it's going to take away a lot from them. Once you establish a grocery store that's fully owned by the so-called black people, that's going to be established everywhere like Publix, it's over with. Publix is going to go down. Publix is going to be ready to go to war too, so you better be ready too. They're going to be ready. They're not going to like that. Once you build something that's going to take away from Walmart, it's over with. And all we do is go up completely in this store. Like, that's why I say, like, when we was talking about the boycott, listen, man, only way we boycotting something is if we build our own. Because we got to go right back. So let's just stop that. Let's just build our own. That's it. Right? And it's okay. You got to be in control. I just really know that. And I'm saying it just by nature itself. And it's crazy that we even got to talk about this, because animals don't talk about this. They don't talk about preservation. They don't get in here and talk about, hey guys, we got to make sure we live. We got to make sure we're together. We got to make sure we eat. They don't do that shit. It's a natural thing to know. In numbers, we're great. Without us, we're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be with my flock. I'd rather be with my people. Animals don't talk about it. But here we are having a full conversation about whether we as a people, man, should be in unity. It's not even a question for ants to be in unity, to do the things that they do. It's not. It's automatically built in nature itself. So now what you got to ask yourself, what are you doing? You're very super independent as a people. When you're tired of something, you do something, man, for real. And we gotta really shift the mindset of these things. Gotta really take back power. And that's just me speaking on groups now. And just, even when it comes, because a lot of people is not fully, like, even when I get on here and talk about law, a lot of y'all be like, oh man, I really don't know all that. But you know exactly what I'm saying right now. It's a place for everybody to be able to do something in this shift. Everybody don't have to run and know. You should know the basics of law to be able to protect your right, for sure. But you don't got to know just every damn thing about all this other stuff. That's what you got your other people for. And that's part of using the resources and being able to circulate money around one another based upon your profession and the things that you do. Whatever it may be. I just feel like if we're gonna be paid for entertainment, then let's just entertain us and let's just make money. There's no way that we let a billionaire such as LeBron James, and we don't have no control of that, and we as a black people don't get no equity from that. So-called black people. And that's because and I get it, that's because we're not capitalists. But if we was, just think about if black people was capitalists. If black people was capitalists, bro, y'all could never make no money. Because we would literally, like, just think about it. Everything that black man has done, we fully patent everything already. I'm talking about everything. Didn't matter what it was. It was already patented. When you came here, we all had titles, everything. You had to just get in line or nothing. Like that type of thing. Think if we was just capitalists. You couldn't even get an athlete from us without paying a such amount to the athlete and the community for equity for us to continue to build infrastructure for our people. You couldn't touch a person. Otherwise, they playing over here in our league. And we making plenty of money over here in our league. Why? Because we own it all. Think about it. We would. Interesting, though. There's nothing wrong with that, though. Just to have and be better, have more. But I'm just telling you, like, I just want you to see how what I mean by why you have to decolonize the mind. You've been destroyed to think that you not capable or able to have, as if you're nothing or something. And you're great. You're amazing, to be honest. And they know you're amazing. The world know you are amazing. They see all the amazing things you do. And we know that everybody else is amazing because I'm always amazed according to the Chinese, Japanese culture, except the Asian culture. Always. I love a lot of the stuff they do. And, you know, I think it takes a lot of discipline to be in these cultures to do some of the things that they do as well. But here, it's not really a full discipline here in you know, I guess they discipline themselves on practicing death and hate, yeah, but it's not really a cultural tradition. It's just spread out through people. America is just we accept all cultures, we accept all this, we accept everything. It's a mixing pot of everything. You know, it really is. When you sit back and think about it. So now that's when people start spreading out and becoming capitalists amongst themselves and just say, now everybody uses us. How can we attract the African American people? How can we attract them? How can we get them to come over here and buy? Because they're the ones that's spending. They're the ones out here doing this. They're the one that we got their attention. They don't actually own anything, but they're out here in the work. You're making a lot of money through other different ways. And you're not capitalizing on it at all. And that's why I say, like, it's crazy. And we want to consider ourselves as if we are, to me, like, great. And we're, you know, we somebody, but we ain't nobody at the same time to anybody else. We might be somebody to us, but everybody else don't. You ain't who you supposed to be. They look at you in every single way. And yes, I know what happened, but guys, it's to the point. When do we stop saying, okay, yeah, this happened to us? Okay, yeah, it happened, but there's shit that happens to me now, and I know that I fixed or corrected the situation that needs to, so they don't happen to me again. When do you get to that point? Or do we just keep saying, well, you know, they did this to us? Yeah. They did a lot of shit to you personally growing up, but you had to change. You had to fix things about yourself. You had to correct, you know, to get to a higher being of yourself that you want to see. And that's what it takes for us to get there. We got to be able to do it. But all of this is just about being aware, man. Be aware of everything that we're involved in and aware of ourselves, aware of our situation and how to make better of that situation. Because not only does it, like, and the truth is once we start thriving in the way that we're supposed to thrive, this whole country is going to thrive in a way that it has never seen before. Because once we reach a certain level, everybody else is going to be making money too, but it's going to be even more. They're going to start seeing stuff that they ain't never even seen before because it's a lot of stuff that's in your DNA that ain't even been exposed yet, but it's ready to come out. But it can only come out a certain group of people. I'm going to leave it at that. That's a fact. But it's coming. When it do come, you're going to be like, dang, that was beautiful. We've been waiting on y'all. What you been doing? I was waiting on you to get here. We've been needing this. We've been needing you to come out to give us this to the whole entire world, to shift humanity in so many different ways, guys. There's so much that's going to happen that you just really don't even understand yet. And you can't even run from it. Ain't no running. Running from who and what? But peep game, peep game, peep game. All right. Now it's time to peep game. So come October 25th, guys, got a special class called Paid in Full. And it's about accord and satisfaction. And I'm going to put you a little bit on it right now just to make sure that you can understand what this is really about. Because I literally took a $25 postal money order and did a special tender of payment of accord and satisfaction to a specific bank and literally paid off a whole entire car note and received my title for it, free and clear, right? Definitely done that. If you're on TikTok, you can go see it on my page. Facebook, you see it on my page. YouTubers, whoever, hey, go to my Facebook or TikTok page and you'll see it there. But I'm going to give you a beginning just to give you an idea of what this means. So what is accord and satisfaction? And what does it means in a new agreement? Performance also equals discharge. So in contract law, an accord is a substitute agreement where one party offers something different from the original obligation and the other party accepts it as settlement. Satisfaction is the performance of that accord. Together, accord and satisfaction form a complete defense to the original claim. So once the accord is satisfied, the prior obligation is extinguished. So this means an accord is a contract under which an obligee promises to accept a stated performance and satisfaction of the original duty. So performance of the accord discharges both the original duty and the duty under the accord. If the accord is not performed, the obligee may enforce either the original duty or the accord. Okay? So, applied to debt, this means if you tender a payment on the clear condition that it satisfies the whole debt and the creditor accepts it, the law treats the original debt as settled and discharged. The creditor cannot later demand a balance because the acceptance of the accord, coupled with performance, created a binding discharge. Okay? So that's exactly what I did. Okay? I literally made a tender of payment. Okay? And I wrote an entire letter giving full notice to them because you have to follow the rules of accord and satisfaction. Right? So when I did, and I also sent in a notice of adequate assurance along with it too. But I do mine in the form of a conditional acceptance because I just want to be fully given and notified that are you the servicer? Are you the one that's holding the note? Is the note being held in a special investment trust or anything of that type of thing? You got right to ask these type of questions because if so, I don't see anywhere where these things were kind of mentioned to me, and this would be, non-disclosure. That you didn't fully disclose any of this to me, right? So, yeah. Now you got those type of right to ask those type of questions, right? Along with the payment. So now I just kind of add a couple things into it. So what I did was when I did that, they actually accepted it. They took the payment, cashed it out. And I just was like, okay, I'm going to stay silent. I ain't even going to say a word because you have to wait a certain amount of days. And so I waited up to about over 30 days. And I said, yeah, it's time to pay. Time for the next payment. So with this next payment, I was like, yeah, let me send them something like. So I sent them a letter and said, yeah, this is, are you trying to reach out to me for a debt that's already settled? And I basically just sent off everything, showed them where they accepted the payment, printed out the payment as where they had it at and on the ledger. And just sent it to them and said, hey, acceptance is agreement. It does not matter based upon whether there are reasons why they can't reverse it in no type of way because the amount of days is already passed. And so, yeah, from there, I sat back and I didn't send no more money and I kept letting them know I'm not sending you nothing. And so then they finally sent me a letter like, all right, well, we're going to repossess the car. And I said, yeah, we're going to court right now because I'm not even going to give you a chance to. So I took them straight to court. Straight to court. And it went on for about a good year. almost a year, I'll say. And then they finally hit me up and wanted to settle because they wasn't gonna win, and they couldn't answer certain questions that I was asking and had placed on the record in court, and they couldn't provide certain things, and they also couldn't deny the fact that they accepted it as payment because why? You did, and you had a certain amount of days to to reverse or do anything that you want to, and you didn't. And since you didn't, according to statute of limitations, that's over. This is paid for. Out of there. Now, you like, well, how you know this gonna work for me? Easy, because understand corporations. These corporations want one thing and one thing only, and that is money to be paid. If you turn around and send them $50 right now, they're gonna accept it and just put it on the ledger, even if it ain't all the money. They're gonna do it. They're going to do it. They're gonna put it on the ledger so fast. And all you gotta do is shut up. Don't even say nothing. Because they're gonna do it. They're gonna be, here's the thing. They're gonna be a tough ass doing it too. Because someone be like, yeah, we got your letter and that doesn't matter. And I just throwed your letter in there and we took the money. Because you owe us. Oh, yo, okay. Yes, sir. You got it, man. I hear you. You have a nice day. Hang on the phone. They're gonna play you like that. And just smile because it doesn't matter what he thinks. You admitted you got it. You admitted that you took the money, and you admitted that you don't care about what that is said by under the directions that you accepted that instrument. But you still accepted it. Great. And sit there and guys and don't say nothing. 30 days go by. Gotcha. Got him. Let me get that. Because we finna win. Now, here's the part where people start messing up at, because you got to understand procedure. And here's the thing. I did that a few years back. And I know 10 times way more than I do then. So I'm going to give you steps that's going to take you further than what I started out at because, well, I just know a whole lot more and I know exactly what to do that probably it won't even make it to court. But if you do have to go to court, there are certain things that I'm going to show you exactly what to do and put into your form of complaint along with evidence, and there's going to be nothing they can do. All you do is sit back, make sure you do the things that you're supposed to do according to the procedures of the court, and that's it. They can't answer certain things. They're not going to be able to show it, and they're not going to be able to deny that they accepted the money. Simple. You just got to be a good record keeper, understand the procedures of the court of what you're looking for and what to do, how to bring your cause of action, and you're guaranteed to win. Guaranteed. Right? And it don't take much. But it's just you got to understand what that means. Okay? Got to understand what that means. So when it comes to that, you got to realize, like, under a court and satisfaction rule, if a claim is unliquidated or subject to a bona fide dispute and the debtor tenders a check, draft, or money order conspicuously marked as full satisfaction, then if the creditor obtains payment and the debtor tendered it in good faith, the claim is discharged. It's over. You got to know that, guys. So once a court of satisfaction is started, and what that means is, that means the original contract is over because they accepted it in accord. Accord means that this is going to be different than, this is going to be under a new contract, that you're going to accept this under the new rules. And the new rules is that all debts is going to be fully paid and all obligations is here and done. All you got to do is write it on there. Send the letter in. And then, guys, one of the best ways to do it too, especially to y'all out there that know you in trouble and they want to repossess the car or whatever. Listen, I would literally write a payment, and they know you behind it. They really trying to chase you for money. I go get them the whole full payment of what they asking me for as far as how much I had owed, or if I missed a balance or whatever, a month or whatever, yeah, because they're going to be coming out. They're going to be calling that phone. They're going to hit you up so much. Yeah, that's when you do it. Got them because they so eager to accept it. And that's what gets them every time because they money hungry. They greedy. And you're going to get on the phone with an asshole and they're going to say, yeah, we got your check. We don't care about what you sent us in that letter. This our money. You owe us. And we're going to hit you up next week. We want the rest of it. And they're going to hit you with that. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. But if you want to learn more on how to do that, guys, October the 25th, paid in full, guys. Paid in full is the class. And it's where I'm going to fully teach you. They call it night and day. That's what I'm talking about. That's when you get them right now. But I'm going to fully show you guys exactly what I did. Now, I can explain everything to you guys in certain ways and mention certain things. But once you get in the classroom and you are under a NDA with me, then yeah. Then I'm finna show it all to you. And you go handle your business. You know? Because I want you to win. And you're going to be able to win. Because, well, I've already laid the foundation. And it's even more equipped now. Like I said, I did that a few years back. So what I added to this, what I know about dealing with the court, the rules, the procedures, and things like that, I added that to it. And here you are. And you're going to be able to do the same thing. Now, somebody asked me, hey, can I do this with my mortgage or anything else? Yes. A court of satisfaction can apply to any bill that you may want to apply it to. Okay? Now, I like to move strategically because, like I said, people, they money hungry. They think they can say anything or they know, them rules don't apply to us. Okay, but that check did. You accepted it under those rules. I don't care what you say because I put it on there that it's governed according to this rule. As soon as you accept it, gotcha. Now let's go to court. Let's get it. I'm going to win. Guaranteed. Y'all know now. I hope y'all hearing what I'm saying. How about court cases? I don't understand what you mean. How about court cases? Be a little bit more clarified with what you're saying. But it's real. It's a real simple method. But like I say, I just know how people do, and I know that corporations, people, whatever, they got egos. They make mistakes. They don't care. They just doing stuff. They just running a policy. Like all of that is a weakness of these corporations and companies. Because they also write policies that literally causes harm to you and violates, and some of these contracts be one-sided. A contract is never supposed to be one-sided, ever. And if it is, well, you got the right to rescind that contract, and you can go after any punitive damages that you may need. For sure. So these are other things that you guys need to know. I won a traffic case and they want me to pay court costs and fee. No, you do not pay it. And and you know what? If you do pay it, what I would do is I would take that and I would do a fee schedule and to send an invoice. I would send it to the prosecutor for the right of subrogation. I would send it to the court because they lost. Or the city if you're dealing with the city. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to hit them with the right of subrogation. I didn't lose this court case. I didn't cause this situation. You ought to make your witness, the one that didn't show their ass up, or whoever, whatever the case may be. But if you want it, it's their duty to pay, not yours. Why would I come in here? Why would I let something cost me that I won? What? If you know how to use it and if they accept it, yeah, it'll work. But you got to know what you're doing. But yeah, I would definitely go because like I'm not responsible. I can be the I can be the surety for the right of subrogation though. If that's the case, yeah, I'll pay this as long as I got the right to subrogation against whoever was specifically supposed to pay, and I want interest. Yeah, let me get interest too. Because, I mean, don't y'all charge people interest for any form of debts owing somebody? Yeah, I need that interest from y'all. Don't play with me. Nope. We're gonna come here and give y'all some money for. Yeah. All right. If that's the case, prosecutor, I need to see you, buddy. You brought this charge and this caused me harm that you dismissed and I had to pay. And since I did have to pay, bro, I need you to straighten this out because it's really supposed to be on you, the city. So you, the city, need to go figure this out on how, or the county or whoever gave you the ticket. If it's a state trooper, the state. But y'all need to figure this out. I need my money today. Interest, with interest. I mean, because what? Y'all need to use my property? The right of segregation? Did you say the right of segregation? Me, boy. Somebody said that you got the right of segregation. Yeah, you got that right. You got the right to segregate yourself from anybody. It's called solitude, but I said subrogation. I paid $25 and redeemed, but didn't get a reply. I will try subrogation. So was $25 how much it cost? Was that how much the court cost? The fee was $25. 125. 125. I'm out of your weekly. Yeah, 125. I just would have told him if you gave $25, just told him that's the only contribution that you can make. And that you want your right of subrogation in that. And $25. The rest is on the state and what's the name? You gave all you can give. Yeah. I don't got no money. I'm just a bond servant of the Lord. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you supposed to do that. That's tripping. But yeah, this can be done, guys. This can be done. Matter of fact, I got them papers right here. It says, listen, look. I'm gonna tell you because I had sent a letter. I'm gonna read this to y'all. Because I had sent a letter to the bank during the case. And it was some stuff that I put in there, and they was like, yeah, we need to settle this now. But it says, as you are aware that Burr and Foreman LLP is representing the bank with regard to the above referenced lawsuit pending in the U.S. District Court. It has come to our attention that you have continued sending communications directly to the bank regarding the loan made ending in whatever in the account made the basis of the lawsuit. Given the pendency as a lawsuit, as stated in my February correspondence, please send any and all future communications regarding the lawsuit or the account to my attention, rather than the bank directly. You may use my mailing address above or email. And it says, I also have been authorized to discuss an amicable resolution of this matter. If you are interested in settling your claims, okay, against us, that's what they said, please give me a call or send me an email so that we may discuss potential terms. Gotcha. Yeah. So we came to the potential terms that was, and I would have did a whole lot more, but my mother was involved in it too as a co-signer back then and all of that. So I just, kind of got her on out the way. But boy, if I had just been me by myself, I would have looked at it and I would have sent her a video of me tearing that piece of paper up. Yeah, I got y'all. We going all the way. Boom. Because I know we was finna get paid. We would have got a check, man. But, the check, that I think this was better than the check to be able to prove to myself that I can do this and that I did get the title free and clear. I basically got a convertible Mustang for about $2,000, and they probably had about 70,000 miles on it. I don't even gonna say 2,000. Probably, yeah, it was about 2,000 and all. Cause I paid like a couple payments, but after that, I was like, yeah, let me do this, cause I know they greedy, and it just dawned on me because I'm a strategic person, so that's all I'm gonna say. I do stuff strategically because I also like y'all don't take in account of human error. Y'all don't take an account of automated services glitching and shutting down and all this type of stuff. Like I remember this one bank had sent my wife something saying that, how did it say? Basically they had overcharged her for a couple months on the APR percentage, and they tried to send us a check. Well, I said I took that, wrote a letter back and put that check back in there. I said, no, that's fraudulent activity. You took money from us that it was ours. And you see what I'm saying? We had the right to do whatever with that money we wanted to with it, but we didn't get to do nothing with it because you took that money. And you caused harm in a lot of different ways as well. But not only that, it's just fraud. So since you did that, now we don't want that check at all. Send that title. Send that title. You ain't got no choice. And don't be harassing us about no payments at all. So now, only thing they can go do is sit back and wait. Can't even get the car. Can't do nothing. Just sit there. And then the lady that was on the phone, she was mad about it. But I don't care about you getting mad. You get mad all you act like you really got some type of interest in this car. You just somebody that worked for the bank and just talking crazy. I ain't trying to hear all that. Don't get smoke playing around because they was making threats. Well, we gonna come up there and take the car. All right, you gonna get somebody shot. I mean, yeah, the address that you got to understand, the address that you can only really pull up to is the address that was put on the freaking contract. You can't pull up on my private property, especially since she done met me and she on my property. You can't pull up here and talk about comes taking something. You come up here and hook up to anything, it's going to have some bullets behind it. Sir, are you threatening me? I said, you just threatened to come up here and steal some shit. That's why they have court. It's called civil actions. I mean, because you trying to turn this into a war when we can handle this civilly, because you ain't handling this civilly. I already just told you don't come up here, so that means that this is not gonna be peaceful. So that means any form of towing is out the way now. Can't nobody tow nothing. That's another thing that y'all can start putting in. If you know they trying to threaten you to repossess your car, literally put in the paper and warn all tow drivers, especially in your city, in your area, and get them a warning that it's trust property, it is under dispute, and that you do not agree with any of them totaling this, and this means that there is no peace. It's not a peaceful situation for them because it's a dispute. See, people think peace means something like, oh, well, no fighting, you know what I'm saying? All that. No, there's a dispute. And since there's a dispute, there is no peace. So you don't need to come get this. Now, if the person agreed for their car to be towed and they can come tow it, then yeah, come get it. But it was not agreed if there's a full dispute. The only way you can come take this is through court. Simple. But y'all got to know that. But you have to be in dispute. That's why y'all got to understand. If they going to start doing something like that, if you know you ain't got the money, the smartest thing you could do is go into dispute. I'm putting you on game right now. If you know you ain't got the money to pay these folks, go into dispute immediately. Start asking questions. Man, where is the note? What's this happen? You know what I'm saying? Send me this or whatever. Like, just get into it. Start asking for the letter. Start seeing. Look at everything about your contract. Find as much as you can. Look at what they were supposed to do. If they didn't provide some form of service or some warranty like they were supposed to, man, like they do all kind of stuff. Just do it. I listen, man. I was just dealing with somebody that they didn't put a warranty. They said they put a warranty on their car, etc. But then you end up calling the bank and trying to see and check on, see if there was ever a warranty with on that account with this particular car. And they was like, nah, well, they ain't never had a warranty on it. And it was like, okay, so now that's what I'm saying. That type of stuff is happening to people. You know? That's what you gotta do. But you gotta know, I'm just telling y'all, like, it's read the law and read it in context. That's why, like, even when it comes to like if you're dealing with a situation with forgery, because y'all out there creating negotiable instruments. First of all, to everybody out there that's creating negotiable instruments, always give a disclaimer. So that means that you always put void where prohibited by law. I need everybody to put that in the chat so I know y'all understand. Void where prohibited by law. If you are doing negotiable instruments, any bond, any type of thing like that, let me put that in the chat. Void where prohibited by law. I ain't saying nothing else till I see it. Quiet. Void where prohibited by law. Thank you. Now, all right, y'all did what y'all supposed to do on TikTok. Where y'all at? Over here. Wait on y'all. Void where prohibited by law. There we go. That's where I need to see. Okay, so this is what y'all got to know. Because forgery means that you have to have willful intent to fraud, meaning that you willfully mean to go in here and commit fraud with this. You're going to try to deceive this person or entity or whatever with this particular instrument to get something of what you want, right? But if you put void where prohibited by law, that takes away willful intent. They can never prove willful intent. And that's all they have to do and prove in forgery. Because if you don't put anything on there to form a disclaimer as of anything, as if whatever, then it means that you did this with the intent to receive some form of money, which is a form of willful intent upon deception, is what they're going to look at it. But if you put void where prohibited by law, then you're going to remove the willful intent. And since there was no willful intent, you done it in good faith, then now that means that they cannot charge you with forgery. Drop some ones for me. Putting y'all on game tonight in so many different ways. Drop some ones, yo. Need to see them. Drop some ones. Yeah. All you gotta do is read, because it means what it say. And that's why even the Constitution, it means what it say what it means. It don't need you. It don't need nobody to interpret nothing about it. That's why when they say, you don't have the right to travel. Yes, I do. You can't even put no limitations on what the right to travel is. You know why? Because that's part of my enumerated right. I got the right to travel on any mode of travel that I may want to across the whole entire freaking earth, supposedly. But as long as it does not impede upon others, what? It don't impede upon others' rights to use the road, etc., in the same equality right as everybody else. That's what you always got. Now you need privilege to make money within the state and to do it as a form of a profitable entity. And I can understand you need that. You do. You need to pay taxation for that. I get that. But that's why y'all got to start understanding that part. And then knowing the question of nature of the court and know that jurisdiction cannot move on until proven. And jurisdiction has to be proven on the record. When asked, has to be proven. So all you got to do is create the dispute about jurisdiction. It's just your duty. It's your duty to protect your right. And the number one thing about the Constitution is this. Nowhere in the Constitution does it says that the government has to protect the people's right. Or I'm going to say assert the people's rights. And don't say that. But if the right is asserted, then along with the Constitution, then they must fully protect the Constitution along with the right. They have to do it. So there's a difference. So you can't think that a judge is not there to save you in no shape, form, or fashion on something that you can't assert. Neither is a lawyer or anyone else. That's it. And you got to know that much. And if you know that much, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Another thing, always ask for the warrant. I don't care if you know they're going to take you to jail. So what? What matters is that you ask and request the warrant upon the scene for your examination. That's all you need to say. That's all you need to do. And also be requested to see the magistrate immediately. Request that. That's also your right. You have the right to see so that you can see the to examine the what's name themselves. Because right then, if they don't have it, you can assert to see and go straight to the magistrate and let them know that you was arrested without the warrant being present for your examination on the scene. Simple. They can't leave it at home. It can't be a copy of it on a computer. It can't just say in the computer that, oh, there's a warrant out for your arrest, or it's a sign that shows up to say warrant in such and such county. Like, that doesn't say anything. It don't mean nothing. And that's the reason why people get picked up. And y'all got to understand that this just happened to somebody the other day that I know. They literally got arrested, and he tried to tell them that he's that warrant or whatever is, oh, it ain't got nothing, he's already done or dealt with the situation. He had his receipts to prove it. But they didn't want to see that. They said, no, we're just going to take you down. So they trying to serve, it was violation of probation. So they were trying to serve a warrant for that. But he off probation. He ain't even on probation. It's over with. So they served him for a warrant for that, took him to jail. He got out like literally probably less than an hour or so or a day or whatever. The next day I know he was out. And he was up there showing the receipts to where his probation was over. And I'm saying, that's my point. So if he would have just requested that on the scene, and even then they still can get him for false arrest. And also he can sue I guess it was the county. He can sue them too. Literally. But that's why you request it. Because now once you request it, it's over with, guys, if they don't have it. Right? If they don't have it, it's over. It's over. Violation of due process, false imprisonment. And you need to make sure that you exercise that. Yeah. When they go in there and they be like, how do you plea? A lot of y'all say, well, I don't plea on this and that. Well, I can't plea until the court show proof of jurisdiction. Because I was arrested and brought here today without a valid warrant or able for me to examine that warrant today. Yeah, it was not on the scene. Well, we got it here with us today. I don't give a damn. You didn't have it on the scene. For all I know, you could have just went back there and wrote that in the exercise and put another date on that. Defeats the purpose. So now, since it wasn't on the scene, and now let's say it's an old warrant. A warrant can only stand for so many days, and they have to rewrite the warrant. Y'all do know that, right? How long? Let me see. Because if they put a warrant out, it only lasts for so many days. They got to keep, writing, putting it out there. Let me see. So it says most arrest warrants, especially well, felonies don't expire. I get that. But other ones they got a form of expiration date, especially if it's like warranted for certain things. They have to do a search warrant. So it's search warrant. So it's search warrants expire after 10 days. The search warrant must be executed. So it's a search warrant that has 10 days. Okay. I knew it was one of them. Arrest warrants do not expire and can. Okay. So anyway, at the end of the day, my point is this: it still needs to be valid and there. So my point is saying is, how is it can a person from a different county valid and show you a warrant from that particular judge from that county? They can't. They can't even validate it. You see what I'm saying? They can't do it. Can't do it. They don't even have first-hand knowledge to even deal with the situation to know if it was a warrant out. They can't present it. They can't bring it up on an examination or anything like that. That's part of due process. It's a violation of due process. Yes, it is. For sure. But that's the reason why that they supposed to make sure that they have it on them and ready at all times to pick you up. And so that means if they know your resident spot where you was at and they coming forward and they see they got a warrant, or let's say they just seen you. If they just seen you and they know, oh man, that person got a warrant, I seen them on the board. That means now they got to go get the warrant, or they got to call somebody and say, hey, bring the warrant. Get the warrant from the judge or whatever and bring it on the scene right now. I see them. I got them. They got to bring it. Got to bring it right then and show the warrant to be examined. If they don't do it that way and they just walk up on you and say, yeah, we see you got a warrant for your arrest. What? Or that's just like them seeing you get in the car and they just say, yeah, you're not supposed to be driving. I know you don't got no driver's license. I just pulled you over. Well, how you know? Like, when did you pull me over to know I ain't had no driver's license? I'm just outside and I just hop and then you just say I'm gonna run. No, it don't work that way. What was the probable cause? They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. But anyway, due process is everything, guys. And it matters. It matters how you move. It matters how you do it. Make sure that you move with the right tools as well. Also, guys, trust. Trust is a big thing, right? We're doing trust half off right now, full trust setup. So making sure that you establish, being able to claim your human capital, your future labor, claim you guys know how to do that. It's very important that you do that for commercial reasons. It has nothing to do with you fully being able to exercise your right, but for as commercial reasons and being able to exercise and execute certain things in a certain way and being fully protected by, well, what is trust law itself? There's nothing they can do. And there's certain things that they like, oh, well, that's not, who cares? I seen this one judge try to tell somebody like, well, my signature's worth $1 million. Not in my courtroom, it ain't. That's the judge basically creating some form of law or rules trying to impair the obligation of the contract. If that's the value of the signature that is held within the trust, that's what the freak it is, bro. You can't change it. You can't stay or pierce a trust and try to change the value. You can't do that. This is me moving in commerce. I can give y'all whatever, but this is my asset. I can give you rights and interest to use of it for whatever particular reason, and it's worth that value on any form of piece of paper that it hits. And the trust will assign you that value. Yeah, we can do that. Be done. Hold on. I got you. So But trust is amazing to have, and it's also a great thing, right? It's also a great thing to exercise with and to use and for protection of your family inheritance. And also being able to skip probate and things like that. Like you already set everything up. It's basically like setting up a kingdom on earth for it to continue for you and your family. That's what you want to be able to do. But we do full trust setup. So if you're interested in that, it is half off. Go to InGodWeTrustAcademy.com if you're interested in the class and or the trust setup as well. Today is the last day for the sale. So we got a sale on Rebellion, Remedy and Rebellion, and the From Liability to Ledger, which is great for you to understand what I was just speaking on earlier as well too. Also, we got MNRP raffle giveaway where we're giving away a 2026 Toyota Camry February the 21st, 2026 here in Huntsville, Alabama. So you can get a chance to win that. Or you can win the second or fourth through the fourth place prizes of $500 each. And it is a $10 donation per ticket, okay? If you buy 2 tickets, you automatically get a free creditor book or a free credit ebook that will come to you as well. If you get 10 tickets, you get to pick a class of your choice, a work session class of your choice from our website, InGodWeTrustAcademy.com. Do hit us up, hit me up, DM me or wherever you're at, and just let me know that you're interested in the tickets, and we'll get one of them to you as well. And if you're interested in being a vendor at the pop-up shop when we do the giveaway, please let us know, and we'll get you locked and ready and a part of our market. We're going to have some fun, great food, great music, great people, great vibe. I'm not doing no teaching, but I will have things in my stuff that's going to be there. It'll be set up to where you can like buy right then and then download the class, all of that type of stuff. So whatever you want to do, I'll have special things that I ain't never gave out, but y'all be able to get those. And, there'll be other great vendors. I think we're going to do some cookies for sure. I hope we do. But yeah, so it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be great. I hope the guys get on here and let's just jump in. Let's jump in. Everybody dive in. All right. Peace, love, and law. Catch us again. I might be on here later on tonight, maybe around 10, 11 if y'all got some time. We'll have another peep game session. I just wanted to run a few things by y'all. Y'all have a great night. I'm out of here.